Good evening, everyone. My name is Carly Swain Walker. I'm the Executive Director of the Volunteer Center of the Triad, and I have my friend
Jordan Lisinski, and I am the Heart of the Community Event Coordinator.
Welcome to the inaugural Heart of the Community Awards by the Volunteer Center of the Triad and the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium. While we all wish we were together, we are encouraged to be joining you virtually so that we recognize and celebrate some of the biggest hearts in our community. A special thank you to Furnitureland South for hosting us for this live event.
Hi, I'm Jason Harris with Furnitureland South, and we are thrilled to host the Heart of the Community Awards here in the Triad. Man, what a crazy year 2020 has been in the midst of a pandemic and summer hurricanes and even earthquakes in North Carolina. But we have such an amazing community that really finds a way to rise up and really work together to bring such amazing good to the Triad. So happy to host you guys here at the world's largest furniture store. Congratulations, everyone.
Welcome to the pre-show sponsored by Novant Health, where we will celebrate the nominees, thank our sponsors, and invite you all to partake in the watch parties before the festivities begin.
At this time, I'd like to recognize our incredible event sponsors, starting with our pre-show sponsor, Novant Health.
Hello everyone, my name is Kirsten Royster and I'm the president of Novant Health Kernersville Medical Center. On behalf of Novant Health, I want to thank all the amazing volunteers who step up every year, but especially this year when our community really needed all of us to come together. Novant Health was proud to partner to hold the virtual human race and to also distribute over 5,000 masks to more than 20 nonprofit organizations. We're currently working with the Volunteer Center of the Triad to mobilize our own team members to volunteer in new ways across the Triad. At Novant Health, healthcare is our mission. Community is our passion. We believe in the strength of our community when we come together, and we extend our gratitude to all volunteers, and especially those receiving awards today. Thank you again.
Thank you also to Lincoln Financial Group, our music sponsor for the evening, DMJ, Guilford Nonprofit Consortium's Nonprofit of the Year sponsor, the Stanley and Phyllis Shavitz Family Fund for sponsoring the Lifetime of Service, Broadcast to Go, Inspira Agency sponsoring our scratch-off items that you can purchase later this evening, and Griswold Home Care, American National Bank, CT Wilson Construction, our virtual vendor table sponsors, Bill Black Auto,
and Right Fit Storage.
And to our event committee, production team, and Furnitureland South.
We also could not do this without our committee and our board members. Thank you to our committee members for helping us plan and execute this virtual event. Crystal Maurer, Christy Griggs, Renika Green, Stephanie Rivers, Carla Banks, Heavenly Walker, Carly Swain Walker, Jordan Lisinski, Hope Tyler, Renee Shipko, Cindy Ramsey, and Tommy Morton.
And a special thank you to the Volunteer Center of the Triad's Board of Directors, Terry Rouleau, Christy Griggs, Bruce McReynolds, Tommy Morton, Heavenly Walker, Mary Dunning, Ashley Bennington, Tori Baker, Sarah Lynn Green, Rashonda Harris, Kendra Johnson, Katina Richmond, Kelvis Johnson, Meredith Summers, Ellen Whitlock, and Renee Shipko Rohr.
Special thanks tonight to the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium Steering Committee, Latoya Bullock, United Way of Greater High Point, Chair, Murphy Sullivan, Nonprofit Consulting, Lisa Duck, Guilford Adult Health, Marie Hopper, NC First Robotics, Rebecca Willey, Music for a Great Space, Teresa Hinkle, Caring Services, Heidi Majors, YWCA of High Point, Jody Lorenzo, Sanctuary House, Leslie Isikoff, A Simple Gesture, Charlene Gladney, Operation Excel, Pamela Palmer and Associates, Tara Sandercock, Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro, and Kevin Lundy, Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro.
In case you are not already logged in to our Zoom watch parties, grab an extra device and log in to cheer on the winners. This is a great way to stay engaged throughout the evening. Here's the link to join again, and the password is Watch Party.
We had planned on having a beautiful gala with local food and delicious drinks, and for the first time ever, an auction. Because we are not able to be in person, we want to give you a little taste of what 2021 might have to offer with a mini auction we are calling the Virtual Scratch-Off. Here's how this will work. Have your credit cards ready because about halfway through the program, we will introduce all of the available packages and items to you. Once all items are announced, we will give you the secret link to purchase. Items are first come, first served, so just like buy it now on eBay, you want to be the first to purchase.
As Carly mentioned, we want to give you a little taste of what's to come in 2021. So we created a cocktail or mocktail of the evening, and we have local award-winning mixologist Mark Weddle here to show you how it's done. You should have already received the ingredients via email. We'd love to see your beverages and cheers to each other in the watch parties, so get those shakers ready and let's get mixing.
Hey everybody, I'm Mark, owner and founder of Cocktail Culture from right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And I'm also a good friend of the Volunteer Center. I'm here to walk you through your signature cocktail for tonight's ceremonies called the Island Time. So if you're ready, let's make a cocktail. So a great garnish, if you know how to cut it, is a pineapple wedge. So that's what I'm going to show you now, is how to break a pineapple down into garnishes of pineapple wedges. So we'll lay it on its side, we're going to cut the top off, and we're going to save this so we can use these prawns or leaves for garnishes as well. So we'll just set this aside. Now, the reason we always cut the top off, not only to save it for the prawns, is so that we have a flat surface to work with. Because pineapples are round and they roll around, it's a little dangerous. So, taking our knife, we're going to go right down the middle and cut it in half. So that we have two halves. Again, we have a flat surface to work with, so we're going to lay this side down, and we're going to do the same thing again, and go right down through the middle of it. Okay, now you can kind of start to see the basic shape of the wedge taking shape there, but this part of the pineapple is the core and it's inedible, so we want to remove that. So the easiest way to do it is to, again, turn it up on the top on the flat surface we cut initially. And if you'll look right here, you can actually see where the core is. So it gives you a guide as to where to cut it out. So if you just cut straight down that, you'll remove the core and be left with good edible pineapple. Take your knife, put a small slit in just through the side of it, maybe about a ½ inch deep. And then all you gotta do after that is cut them. That's how you cut a pineapple wedge. The cocktail uses rum, ginger liqueur, a little bit of fresh lime juice, and pineapple juice. Plus, there's a non-alcoholic variety I'm going to teach you as well. So let's get started. We're going to take a nice shot of rum, which the great thing is if you don't like rum, you'd rather have vodka or tequila or gin, all those would work as well too. We've got a little ginger liqueur here. Next, we're going to put a couple ounces of pineapple juice. And we're going to use just a little bit of fresh lime juice. Perfect. We'll put a little ice in here. We're going to give this a good shake. There we go. That's what I like to call shaky, shaky, shaky for everybody watching at home. We're going to strain this over some crushed ice. If you don't have crushed ice, don't worry, it works just as well with regular ice. And then next, we're going to top it with a little bit of vanilla soda. If you don't want to use vanilla soda, that's totally fine. Use ginger beer, use club soda, flavored seltzer, Sprite. It's totally up to you. Now, take a little pineapple wedge, put that right on the edge of the glass. And these are the prawns or the leaves from the top of the pineapple. They make a fantastic garnish. We're going to slide these in right next to that pineapple wedge. So that's Island Time. That's the adult version. Now, I'm going to show you how to make a non-alcoholic version of the Island Time so everybody can join in the fun. It's basically the same thing without the alcohol. So we're going to take some fresh lime juice. We're going to take pineapple juice again, but we're just going to double the amount. So we're going to basically give ourselves something to work with. Now we're going to throw a little bit of ice in it again. Give it the same shaky, shaky, shaky treatment. pour the ice and everything right into this glass. And then we're gonna split. We top it with vanilla soda and with a little bit of ginger beer. Of course, the ginger beer is a non-alcoholic. Same garnishes, nice pineapple wedge, and a couple of pineapple prawns for the perfect non-alcoholic accompaniment to the island time. Congratulations to all of tonight's honorees, and thank you all for everything you do for our community. Hope you enjoy yourselves tonight. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Mark. I can't wait to taste my cocktail. Tonight is all about awards. Before we get to the main event, we'd like to thank all of you who submitted nominations for the following categories: Volunteer of the Year, Emerging Youth Award, Nonprofit Volunteer Program of the Year, Corporate Volunteer Award, the Sharon Horde Lifetime of Service Award, COVID Heroes, and Nonprofit of the Year. Additionally, we will be recognizing the Consortium Service Award, the Donna Newton Executive Leadership Academy Scholarship, and the DMJ and Company Nonprofit of the Year Award from the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium.
Lincoln Financial Group is proud to sponsor this next song, Love Me Like a Rock by the Cicadas.
When I was a little girl and the devil would call my name, and I say, who do you think you're fooling? I'm a consecrated girl. Ooh, I'm a singer in a Sunday choir. Oh, my mama loves me, she loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. Yes, she loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She loved me, loved me, loved me, loved me. When I was grown to be a woman, and the devil would call my name, and I'd say, who do you think you're fooling? I'm a consecrated woman. I can snatch a little purity. My mama loves me. She loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. Yeah, she loves me like a rock. She rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She love me, love me, love me, love me. If I was the president, and the Congress called my name, was the president, and I say, who do you think you're fooling? Was the president, got the presidential seal. Ooh, I'm up on the presidential podium. My mama loves me, she loves me. She gets down on her knees and hugs me. Yeah, she loves me like a rock. Ooh, she rocks me like the rock of ages. She loves me. She love me, love me, love me, love me. She love me, love me, love me, love me. She love me, love me, love me, love me.
Welcome to the Heart of the Community Awards Show, brought to you by the Volunteer Center of the Triad and the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium. We are here at Furnitureland South, socially distanced in their gorgeous showroom. Thanks to all who are tuning in at home. I'm Carly Swain Walker, Executive Director of the Volunteer Center of the Triad.
Hi, and I'm Hope Tyler. I'm Director of Volunteers and Community Engagement.
Hello everyone, I'm Steve Hayes, Executive Director of the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium. Thrilled to be here.
I'm Carla Banks, Communications and Marketing Director for the City of Greensboro. I'm honored to share the stage this evening with these two dynamic leaders of these organizations. This night is about two agencies coming together to recognize and celebrate the biggest hearts in our community.
The Guilford Nonprofit Consortium is a collaborative of nonprofits from across the Triad that come together to build excellence in the nonprofit sector. Local foundations form the bulk of the funding for the consortium. These include the Bryan Foundation, Simula Foundation, Community Foundation for a Healthy High Point, Cone Health Foundation, Congdon Foundation, Hayden Harmon Foundation, Lincoln Financial Foundation, the Reich Family Foundation, and the Weaver Foundation. Tonight we'll be presenting 3 awards on behalf of the nonprofit community.
The 3 awards that we are presenting this evening are the Donna Newton Scholarship to the Nonprofit Management Institute, the Consortium Service Award to a professional who's provided support to nonprofits during the year, and the DMJ and Company Nonprofit of the Year.
The Volunteer Center of the Triad is all things volunteerism. Our mission since 1963, we strengthen our community by creating meaningful volunteer connections. We connect people, promote volunteerism, support nonprofits, and build partnerships. You might know us for our signature events, MLK Day of Service, the Human Race, as well as this event where we recognize volunteers. Our awards this evening are Volunteer of the Year, Emerging Youth Award, COVID Heroes, Nonprofit Volunteer Program of the Year, Corporate Volunteer Award, and the Sharon Horde Lifetime of Service Award.
No matter where you're joining us from, this evening you are in store for a real treat. This night will be filled with local music, recognition, and of course, honoring the top finalists and winners. Here's Renika from Lincoln Financial Group to introduce our local musical talent. Thanks to Lincoln Financial Group for sponsoring this portion of the program.
Lincoln Financial Group is happy to sponsor this next song, Anything for You by Sam Frazier with Kate Toby.
I'll do anything for you except the things that I won't do. Now there's only one or two anyway. Yeah, there's only a couple few things that I won't do, except for maybe you someday. And everywhere I go, even high or low, I just want you to know that every day I'm gonna miss you so. Everywhere I go, except for maybe California, yeah. Anything for you, anything for you, anything for you, all the way. And everywhere I go, I'm gonna miss you so. Except for maybe California, yeah. Oh, come on, Kate. Middle end, I'll always be your friend all the way. Whatever's around the bend, we'll face it with a grin, except for maybe later on today. Anything for you, anything for you, anything for you, all the way. And all the time we spend, I'll always be your friend, except for maybe later on today. I'll do anything for you. I'll set that thing that I won't do. There's one thing I won't do. No way.
No way.
There's one thing I can't do. I really shouldn't do. And that's the thing I did for you yesterday. Anything for you, anything for you, anything for you, all the way. There's one thing I won't do, I'll never, never do, and that's the thing I did for you yesterday. Anything for you, anything for you, anything for you, all the way. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna miss you so. Except for maybe California, except for maybe California, except for maybe California.
We're so thrilled to have such talented musicians right here in our very backyard. And there's more to come. Without further ado, let's go to why we're all here to celebrate the volunteers, nonprofits, organizations, and individuals who go the extra mile in our community. Our first category is Emerging Youth. Carly, can you tell us a little bit about this category?
At the Volunteer Center, we have several programs that empower young people to learn about serving their communities and learning about volunteerism. This award is given to a youth between the ages of 13 and 19 who has made exceptional strides to help others.
We had many nominations for this category, and we want to recognize 4 of our finalists for their contributions.
Our finalists are Chase Clark for her service with Chase's Chance, a nonprofit she founded, Children Home Society, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Out of the Garden Project, and service learning opportunities within Guilford County Schools, to name a few. Chase was the award recipient of this Emerging Youth Award in 2018 and receives at least one nomination every year. Chase was described by her nominator as being in the forefront of inclusion, diversity, equity, and access. Our next finalist is Kate Wingate. Kate started Caped Crusaders 7 years ago to support kids like her living with juvenile arthritis. She attends conferences all over the country and has advocated on Capitol Hill for arthritis funding. She has recently started an advocacy club at her school, Greensboro Day School, providing students a platform to speak about what they believe in and how to act on it. Our third finalist for the Emerging Youth Award is Liv Newcomb for her focus on community during the pandemic. Her service with Swim for Cancer, Christ United Methodist Church, Backpack Beginnings, and United Way of Greater Greensboro, again to name a few. Upon COVID hitting, Liz decided that it was her time to make an impact and help her community when they needed it the most. Our fourth finalist is Josh Rowe, nominated by Thor Care Collective for taking on many volunteer roles during the pandemic at both Kids Path and Hospice Home in Burlington. He has assembled and delivered art therapy kits, answered the phone, done laundry for patients, and assembled care baskets despite his own health issues. He stated he wanted people to have joy in their lives at this difficult time.
And the winner is Liv Newcomb.
Yay! Liv's nominator said, as COVID hit, causing many businesses and individuals to hunker down, Liv decided that now more than ever was the time to hit the ground running and make an impact. Already an avid volunteer with Swim for Cancer and Christ United Methodist Church, this 16-year-old sought out other opportunities. She started taking shifts at Backpack Beginnings, sorting and bagging food, and encouraged her family to join her. She saw a need for specific food items at Backpack Beginnings and spearheaded a food collection among her family and friends. She also started a book drive for the organization, collecting 500 plus books and counting.
And she prepares and serves food at the Table, Christ United Methodist campus at Glenwood. The Table serves free meals several times a week to the community, and Liv is there as much as possible. She learned of the volunteer opportunity through the Volunteer Center to collect handbags for the United Way's Handbags for Hope event, starting a social media campaign and successfully collecting 75 handbags and counting. Those handbags will be auctioned off later in the fall to support United Way's efforts to end poverty in Greensboro.
She has always enjoyed driving Meals on Wheels with her Poppy, and this summer that volunteer experience was more meaningful as she was the driver after receiving her license over the summer. Her summer volunteer experiences were vast and impactful, and she continues on through the fall as she signed up to volunteer many shifts at the Mount Pisgah Church Pumpkin Patch.
Liv was described as not your ordinary teenager, yet extraordinary. She has used this unprecedented time to step up, lead, serve, volunteer, and care for others, and to create a huge impact on so many people's lives. Join me in congratulating Liv Newcomb as our 2020 Emerging Youth Award recipient.
Yay!
Good job, Liv!
Oh, thank you so much. I wasn't expecting this at all, you know? And I think it's really cool that I get to be nominated for this, and it's not something that I do to be recognized. It's just something I do to help other people, so I think it's awesome.
What an impressive group of young people. Well deserved, and keep up the good work.
Absolutely. Next up, we want to recognize the Nonprofit Volunteer Program of the Year. This is an award for an exceptional volunteer program within a nonprofit. I'd like to invite Hope Tyler, our Director of Volunteers and Community Engagement, back to the stage to tell us more about the volunteer programs and why this award is so special.
The majority of nonprofits in our community are fueled by volunteers with big hearts. Nonprofit organizations, large and small, will not be able to fulfill their missions without the help of volunteers. This year alone, we have tracked over 250,000 volunteer hours completed. That's an economic impact value of about $6.8 million. And with the pandemic, we've heard from countless nonprofits how crucial these brave and dedicated volunteers have been. At TVC, we are very grateful to work with so many nonprofit volunteer programs. Carly, can you please tell the good people at home who the finalists are?
Our 4 finalists are Leaders of the New School, Mount Zion Dream Team, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the Beta Iota Omega chapter, and Leadership Greensboro. Leaders of the New School is a small family-operated and family-oriented organization working to mentor young African-American males and provide them with enrichment activities and opportunities led by their volunteer director, DeMontre Cooper. The organization's mentees, parents, friends, and other supporters have stepped up during the pandemic as volunteers to ensure the young men continue to have those opportunities. They have hosted socially distanced social events, distributed grocery and general household supply gift cards, donated sports equipment to keep them active, created and delivered food and care kits, and donated tablets to all program participants. Mount Zion Dream Team leads with the motto, "He, she who serves the city wins the city," serving our senior citizens, essential workers, those experiencing homelessness, and many others. The Dream Team, a group of volunteers who are also members of Mount Zion Baptist Church, have served others throughout the pandemic before and in major ways. Working and serving alongside Greensboro Urban Ministry, Out of the Garden Project, and Cone Health, the team has accomplished a lot for our community and have logged hundreds of hours, if not thousands, of volunteer hours and shifts. Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, better known as the AKAs, have focused on educating their members and the community about coronavirus and safety precautions. They honed in on their chapter's program target number 2, women's healthcare and wellness. The leaders of the chapter reached out to Dr. Mandy Cohen and her team at the state of North Carolina to gather as much information as possible to share. They hosted their first ever virtual town hall webinar featuring top state officials from the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, and later hosted a second town webinar. They are finding creative ways to continue to meet, serve, and stay connected during the pandemic. Leadership Greensboro, a unique 3-pronged leadership program based out of the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce, engaged active participants and alumni in a summer of service this year. This service opportunities targeted nonprofits in need of assistance during the pandemic. A group of alumni collected items and assembled care packages for teachers and students. Leadership Greensboro is actively hosting a community technology drive, collecting tablets and laptops for students in need.
And the winner is the Mount Zion Dream Team. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the Mount Zion Dream Team have stepped up in a major way for our community. They have served the Greensboro and Raleigh-Durham communities. They have served over 300 senior citizens by providing groceries, doing landscaping, and ensuring they have all of their basic needs met.
The team has also helped distribute and serve over 150,000 pounds of fresh produce back out into the community in partnership with Out of the Garden Project. The Dream Team have served 2,000 essential workers at Cone Health, Wake Med, Duke, and Carolina hospitals. They have provided logistical support to Cone Health staff with their free COVID-19 testing program, testing over 3,500 community members on the church campus.
Wow. And every Wednesday, members of the team are at Greensboro Urban Ministry at 5:30 in the morning to prepare and serve food for the community. To date, the Mount Zion Dream Team has served over 2,500 hours to, for, and with the community.
The team of volunteers are a force of giving people that have made an enormous impact on our community in a short amount of time. Joining me in congratulating the 2020 Nonprofit Volunteer Program of the Year, the Mount Zion Dream Team.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh man! Yay!
Congratulations!
This is such an honor. Oh, you just made my Friday. Oh
Yay.
My goodness! This is great.
Yes.
Praise the Lord. Amen.
You and all of your team and your church and your volunteers, and you are the 2020 Volunteer Program of the Year.
Hey, Mount Zion. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Listen. Yeah. Oh man. I don't know what to say for real now. You got me all jacked up. Lord have mercy.
I love it.
I can't wait to share this with Bishop. I can't wait to share it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now it's time to recognize the Corporate Volunteer Program of the Year. Please welcome Heavenly Walker and Stephanie Rivers from the Member Engagement Team at the Greensboro Chamber of Commerce. They also serve as members of this event's planning committee.
This award goes out to an extraordinary company volunteer group in the Triad, and we are so lucky to have so many companies that support our nonprofit organizations.
That's so true, Heavenly. We see it all the time at the Chamber of Commerce as well. There are many companies and consultants that volunteer their time for our nonprofit communities.
So many companies go above and beyond to ensure our nonprofits are supported by providing leaders on boards, hosting volunteer projects, sponsoring events like this one, sharing leadership and employee strategies, and so much more.
This has been previously awarded to the likes of Gilbarco, Bank of America, WFMY News 2, and Newbridge Bank. Heavenly, can you let us know who the winner is?
Maybe I can. Let's see. And the winner is Tech Triad's Extreme Nonprofit Makeover.
The Extreme Nonprofit Makeover is an annual community give back project started by Tech Triad and Dr. Sue Polinsky. The project provides a member of the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium a complete technology makeover. Since the first Extreme Nonprofit Makeover in 2005, the project has grown to include several local companies who provide their talents completely free of charge. The value of each makeover has ranged from $33,000 to $92,500.
Do they make over townhouses? Because I would love to have them make over one of mine, just saying. Although I'm not a nonprofit, so if you just, I'll take charity. Now, completing its 16th consecutive year, the Extreme Nonprofit Makeover is funded by a grant from the foundations that support the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium and occasional grants from other foundations and institutions. There is no charge to the annual recipient. The Extreme Nonprofit Makeover has provided websites, website maintenance, copywriting, domain registration, logos, hardware upgrades, software upgrades, a year of managed services, phone systems, monthly bill decreases, training, fundraising campaign support, refurbishing already existing equipment, and custom storyboards. Go! All right. Each year from 2005 to 2009, Tech Triad selected a nonprofit that did important work for our Guilford County citizens. During those years, the makeover was a new free website for each group. Then the makeover team grew.
The makeover team now includes Chris Oakman and Solace ITS, Atlantic Web Works, led by Adrian Jandler, Carolina Digital Phone, led by Nikki Smith, Jeff San George with Magnetic Media, Rob Einbinder with Why People Click, Sam Moore with Palm Springs Tech, Altina Lehman, Shane Lucas, Philip Bishop with Computer Repair of Greensboro, Bert Vanderveen with Vanderveen Photography, Ellen Geffen and Mark Cottle with Geffen Productions, Jennifer Davis of HaystackCRM.com, and Mark Tozak of Flying Car Communications.
The makeover received a multi-year grant from the Weaver Foundation that paid for each year's new computers, servers, tablets, large screen TVs, cameras, and software. In 2017, the Simila Foundation provided the grant. From 2018 to present, the hardware grant comes from the foundations that support the Guilford Nonprofit Consortium. Tech Triad and all the community caring companies on the makeover team are happy to offer this community service project for free to help the nonprofits who make our community stronger. The past 5-year recipients of the makeover are Triad Legal Group, A Simple Gesture, Interactive Resource Center, Guilford Green Foundation, and Triad Junior Achievement.
Join me in congratulating and recognizing the Extreme Nonprofit Makeover founder, Dr. Sue Polinsky, the many volunteers, businesses, and leaders that are the Makeover Dream Team and the foundations that fund this meaningful and needed project. The 2020 volunteer program is Tech Triad's Extreme Nonprofit Makeover.
Congratulations.
Wow.
That's great. I didn't realize. I thought you were. That's pretty cool. Okay.
That is cool.
The thing is, though,
He tricked you.
It's really not a lot about us, because nobody calls us and said, gee, we saw you did this makeover, we'd like to buy a service from you. That doesn't happen. Every year their team votes on who do we want to make a donation to, which nonprofit who is a client of ours do we want to make a donation. I mean, people are doing things that are those are the people I like to work with.
This next category is new to our event. Needless to say, 2020 has been a challenging time for most of us. We felt it appropriate to recognize those who have gone above and beyond in our community during an unprecedented pandemic. Volunteers, healthcare professionals, teachers, or individuals who committed themselves to helping nonprofits and or those in need throughout the lasting effects of COVID-19. Our local musicians are here to perform a tribute for the individuals in this category. Once again is Renika Green from Lincoln Financial Group to introduce the next song.
I'm Renika Green, Director of Life Operations at Lincoln Financial Group, and we are proud to sponsor our music talent for tonight. Up next we have Ravens and Wrens by Molly McGinn with Brooke Stokes and Kate Toby.
And I thought I heard a song out my window all night long, but the ravens look like wrens to me now. But the ravens look like wrens to me now. And I tried to make him go by rapping on my window, but the ravens look like wrens to me now. Oh, the ravens look like wrens to me now. And I know birds don't sing when the night is falling, but the ravens sing like wrens to me now. Oh, the ravens sing like wrens to me now. And I could sing to you after all that we've been through, but the ravens sing like wrens with me now. Oh, the ravens sing like wrens with me now. And she made clear her terms in no uncertain words, but the ravens talk like wrens to me now. Oh, the ravens talk like wrens to me now. So I laid in my bed, going over all she said, but the ravens talk like wrens with me now. Oh, the ravens talk like wrens with me now. And so I try to pray like Saint Stephen in the fray, and the ravens pray like wrens with me now. And the ravens pray like wrens with me now. And I hold out my hand like Saint Kevin would command, and the ravens pray like wrens with me now. And the ravens pray like wrens with me now. And the ravens pray like wrens with me.
"2020 is surely a year we will not forget. Nonprofit organizations always work hard, but the assistance they have given to the Triad during this time has truly been remarkable. Securing more donations, both monetary and in kind, working extremely long hours, and adding services to further help those in need. These nonprofits couldn't do this important work without some truly special and dedicated volunteers. Our community is so blessed to have some of the most incredible people. This night, we'd like to recognize some amazingly selfless, brave, and dedicated individuals whose commitment to helping others is something we should emulate.
Before we announce the top 3 finalists, we'd like to give a grateful honorable mention to Leah Murray for her work with One Step Further's Community Support and Nutrition Program, Mary Palmer for her dedicated work with the American Red Cross, and Nora Tonsell for her work through Novant Health in the Latinx community. The finalists for the COVID Hero Award are Jo Williams for her dedicated involvement with the Triad Food Pantry of High Point Seventh-day Adventist Church, Jamila Pender for her tireless work with Cone Health, and James Rosa for his dedication to the Senior Meals Project through the Rosa Foundation. Thank you all to these amazing volunteers. Carly, can you let us know who the winner is?
And the winner is Jamila Pender with Cone Health. Since April, Jamila has secured over $100,000 in grant funding to expand mobile food market sites, serving thousands of people. She led the effort at Cone Health to establish a mobile testing team to travel across Guilford, Alamance, and Rockingham counties. She helped to secure COVID testing at each of the shelters for people experiencing homelessness in our community, as well as testing in church parking lots, shopping centers, and local education sites. Her nominator told us that Jamila serves our community tirelessly, without expecting recognition or accolades. She has dedicated her life to serving, caring, and advocating for the underserved. Thank you to Jamila for her exceptional heart and heroism within our community, and to all our amazing COVID heroes.
Oh my gosh, I don't have the words to say. I'm forever grateful. I am. And anyone who knows me knows that I want my communities to thrive. And I grew up watching Mr. Rogers, and one of the things in his song is like, I want to live in a neighborhood where you will be my neighbor. And that to me is like my guiding light. Like, how can I help make my neighborhoods and my communities healthy? And it's not me doing it, but doing it together. And so I don't know, I'm just grateful. So thank you so much.
Tonight, the consortium will be honoring 2 individuals for their work in the nonprofit community. One award recognizes the potential for leadership, and the other recognizes a history of leadership in the nonprofit sector. The Donna Newton Executive Director Scholarship for the Executive Director Academy is awarded to a nonprofit professional who demonstrates leadership potential and is part of an organization that is itself a leader in the nonprofit community. This year's Donna Newton Executive Leadership Academy Scholarship goes to Jennifer Savage Gentry of the Greensboro Ballet. The Consortium Service Award is presented annually to a professional consultant to nonprofits who has demonstrated generosity with their time and talent and who offers the highest quality professional support. This year's Consortium Service Award is presented to Melanie Tuttle of Tuttle Law.
Before we announce the finalist and winner for the Volunteer of the Year Award, Nonprofit of the Year, and Sharon Horde Lifetime Service Award, we have a virtual scratch-off auction to let you take part in.
Hi, I'm Cindy Ramsey. And I'm Christy Griggs. Here's how this is going to work. Have your credit cards ready. We are about to introduce you to our scratch-off fundraiser. I want you to be the first to buy one of our available packages. Think buy it now on eBay meets the scratch-off lottery. There is only one of each package, so when you buy your secret item on the website, you will get a confirmation email with details on how to redeem. So Christy, why don't you go ahead and tell our viewers what wonderful items we have available.
So it is a great time to go shopping. We have lots of opportunities for Christmas packages coming up and for you to really have fun and donate to the Volunteer Center as well. So first, if you like to go shopping anywhere, there might be a few opportunities for you in terms of gift cards. Also, we have some adventure packages. So if you like to golf or if you like beer, potentially that might be some options as well. If you're a small business and need to help in growing your business, we have some opportunities for you to purchase some packages to help you with that. And then finally, if you're a car enthusiast, there's an option for you as well. All right, so this is all you've got to do. You have to go to volunteercentertriad.org/scratchoff and buy now. It's located at the bottom of your screen, and happy shopping.
Oh, that sounds awesome, Christy. Let's go ahead and welcome back Kate, Toby, and friends for more music as you purchase.
Lincoln Financial Group is proud to sponsor this next song, Thicker Than Water by Jay Timber with Kate Toby.
Been a while since I last heard your voice. that wasn't my choice. And I must admit I still love you, even though I don't want to, because love is thicker than water. Yeah, love is thicker than water. Yeah, I know you tried so hard to just push me away. And does that make you mad? No, no. Tell me, what have you got to say? Hey, because love is thicker than water. Yeah, blood is thicker than water. Yeah, love is thicker than water. Than water, than water. Yeah, love is thicker than water. Yeah, love is thicker than water.
Lincoln Financial Group is proud to sponsor this next song, Foot Stomping by Lynn Kuntz with Kate Toby.
Got a foot stomping, doors wide open kind of love for you. Got a foot stomping, doors wide open kind of love for you. Love so clean yet it's dirty in me too. This ain't never happened to me. I've been knocked out cold and it stayed free. I got a foot stomping doors wide open kind of love for you. Don't think twice, you better get you a slice, it's true.
And now for our final 3 awards, starting with the Volunteer of the Year, an award for an outstanding volunteer who has gone above and beyond. Hope, can you tell us about this award and read the nominees?
Yes, volunteers truly make the nonprofit world go around. These agencies depend on volunteers who tirelessly give of their time, talent, and heart. Our nominating committee definitely had their work cut out for them this year. We had over 80 nominations. The Volunteer of the Year Award celebrates one selfless volunteer who has made meaningful contributions to the nonprofit community. This year's amazing nominees are
DeMontre Cooper, Executive Director and founder of Leaders of the New School, a mentor program for young males in Guilford County. DeMontre didn't let the pandemic slow him down and increased the support, encouragement, and resources for the young men he serves, securing tablets, food, sports equipment, and gift cards for each participant in his wonderful program. DeMontre was also the recipient of this award last year.
Another nominee is Tom Ergish, tireless volunteer for One Step Further's Community Support Nutrition Program. Tom has provided so much assistance to this program that he quickly became a vital member of the team. He sorts and packs food donations, loads groceries into the cars of the clients they serve, delivers food to homebound seniors, picks up food donations and other volunteers, and even developed operational plans to help improve the client experience. Even though Tom falls into the high-risk category, he made it known that he was going to continue to volunteer, recognizing that the program is vital to the community he loves so much.
Our next nominee is Marcus Thomas. Serving as the Dream Team Director at Mount Zion Baptist Church, Marcus has led an expansive community outreach campaign called Serve the City, which provides gas, clothing, financial assistance, and programming for people in need within the Greensboro community. He significantly expanded upon this initiative by creating new public and private partnerships in the region to better serve others. And the winner is... Marcus Thomas. In addition to his amazing work with the Dream Team, Marcus is involved in just about everything he can be a part of. He is the program chair for the 2021 class of Leadership Greensboro, the co-chair of the first African American Giving Circle established with the Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro.
He's also a member of Expanding Community Giving Advisory Council at the Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro. Marcus is the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service Advisory Council chair for us here at the Volunteer Center of the Triad, as well as the vice chair of the United Way of Greater Greensboro's Young Leaders Cabinet.
He is an appointed member of the City of Greensboro's Redevelopment Commission, the Cone Health Women and Children's Advisory Board, and the Greensboro Rotary Club, and is actively engaged with the Guilford County Community Indicators Project Committee.
Marcus makes it very clear that volunteering is a very important part of his life. His work and community involvement exemplifies excellence and a sincere dedication to bettering the lives of others.
Please join us in congratulating our 2020 Volunteer of the Year, Marcus Thomas.
Wow. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Wow. 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 I'm really speechless, and I'm pretty good on the fly, like you said, but I'm really speechless. Like, I'm kind of caught. Like, no, like this is this is humbling. Like, I always put people before me, and so it's just, I don't know, it's just humbling that I would be chosen because, again, this is all about putting people before yourself. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm back with a wardrobe change. Just call me Carrie Underwood. Next up, we want to recognize the Sharon Horde Lifetime of Service Award. Sharon Lee Saylor Horde was an incredible woman with a true servant's heart. She understood and taught the importance of giving back and the effect it has on personal, community, and leadership development. Her dedication to the North Carolina A&T students she served in her position as Director of Leadership and Engagement in the Office of Student Development, along with her love of service to the community, will be felt for many years to come. We are honored to give this award in loving memory of Sharon Horde. This year's Lifetime of Service Award recipient is Rabbi Fred Gutman, nominated by various friends, including Neil Belinky, past president of United Way of Greater Greensboro. As Rabbi Gutman approaches retirement, he deserves recognition for his 25 years of courageous community service, fighting for human rights and social justice, advocating for our children, and being a strong voice for our most vulnerable citizens. Were we to ask what might strengthen our community, I would say we need more people like Rabbi Gutman. He uses his voice, his beliefs, and energy to create a more inclusive community. To paraphrase Rabbi Gutman, I believe God put me in Greensboro not just to breathe, but to bring Jewish people closer to God and to make a difference. His life is deep-rooted in his faith and guided by the Jewish concept, Tikkun Olam, that declares our responsibility to leave this earth a better place than the way we found it. Within the Reformed Jewish movement, he is considered one of the 33 most inspirational rabbis in North America and one of the Reformed Judaism's 50 voices for justice. He is admired in our communities despite his public stance on sometimes political and civil rights issues and race relations. We may not always agree with him, but he always makes us think. And to quote Henry Isaacson, longtime Greensboro community leader, Rabbi Gutman doesn't walk if he can run, and if he doesn't sit, he can stand. Some examples of his extraordinary public service and advocacy include advocating for LGBT rights. He organized a special Sabbath service dedicated to issues involving both Jewish and non-Jewish members of the LGBT community. The service was an attempt to religiously reach out to the LGBT community and to express to them that the Temple Emmanuel is a warm, inclusive, and safe place for people of all sexual orientations. The service was attended by approximately 270 people, both Jews and non-Jews. Advocating for children. He helped organize 66 members of the interfaith clergy community to intervene on behalf of our children when the school boards and the local county commissioners sued each other over the school budget. Together with other clergy, behind the scenes, negotiations were held which resulted in the settlement of this lawsuit, the approval of a school budget, and the opening of schools in a timely fashion. Parole for Kawam Cannon. Working with the African American clergy, he intervened with the lieutenant governor to secure the parole of a 31-year-old African American who had been sentenced to 48 years in prison for breaking and entering crime at the age of 17. He became involved in this case when requested to do so by African American clergy within the community. This is just one example of his ongoing commitment to social justice. Organizing a local effort in the support of the National Jewish Commemoration of the Bloody Sunday March in Selma, Alabama in 2015. The commemoration took place in Selma on the 50th anniversary of the march. Creating the annual Temple Martin Luther King Jr. Sabbath service. To honor the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., it has also become an opportunity annually to highlight relations between Jews and African Americans and to facilitate a broader community dialogue. The service is attended by a cross-section of political and faith leaders. Working to improve relations between Presbyterians, Catholics, and Jews, Rabbi Gutman spearheaded 2 programs of Open Doors, Open Minds with First Presbyterian Church and St. Paul's Catholic Church. The programs took place in consecutive years. Each program had 7 dialogue sessions. Fighting anti-Semitism. Following the Pittsburgh synagogue mass shooting, he held an event at Temple Emmanuel attended by over 1,000 Greensboro citizens to show support for that community and our resolve against anti-Semitism. These are just a few examples of his extraordinary commitment working in collaboration with others to build a strong community and fight for the most vulnerable of our community. For Rabbi Gutman, it goes beyond what he does. It is who he is and always will be. Join me and our entire community in congratulating and recognizing Rabbi Fred Gutman as our 2020 Sharon Horde Lifetime of Service Award recipient.
Thank you very, very much. To be honest with you, this is unexpected and very, very meaningful, and it touches my heart, and it really in the most profound ways. Thank you so very, very much for this extraordinary honor. And once again, we're called that it did not happen because of me, but it happened because of the wonderful people that over the past 25 years I have had the honor and privilege of working with. Again, thank you so very much.
We are now excited to announce the DMJ and Company Nonprofit of the Year. This award is to recognize a nonprofit organization that goes above and beyond the call of duty in their area of service and inspires others to support nonprofit awareness and community collaborations. The 5 nominees for DMJ and Company Nonprofit of the Year are the Kellen Foundation, the Creative Aging Network of North Carolina, the YMCA of Greensboro, Helping Hands of High Point, and the Nussbaum Center for Entrepreneurship. Here is Karen Rodriguez from DMJ and Company to announce the winners.
Thanks, Steve. On behalf of all of us at DMJ, we are so excited to be here with you this evening. Joining me tonight is Stacy West, audit partner with our firm DMJ. Together, we have been a part of this community for over 70 years. DMJ works with over 120 nonprofit organizations throughout the state. We know there has been tremendous work happening in 2020, and tonight we are really excited to honor the finalists and announce the winner of the DMJ 2020 Nonprofit of the Year Award. The award goes to...
We are proud to present this check for $1,000 to Kellen Foundation. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh my goodness.
I know. It's so crazy that Kelly and I have the same exact response. I'm like, okay, don't start. I need to go ahead and flash. Kelly, you do it, because you know I'm the biggest waterhead. He did mention Lindy Beauregard, and the fact that Kelly and I were just talking about, Mandy, she was like a trooper, and we just, celebrated her life again. It's being done, and the expansion is happening, the growth is happening, and just to know that we're planning for a big, huge future, and we have not forgotten about the core. We have not forgotten about the grassroots. It started as a little tiny seed, and it has flourished into a phenomenal tree of good fruit. Kelly, you go ahead, because I'm a little emotional too.
Well, and particularly when I thought about who, we have a big staff, as I mentioned, and I shared with Lisa. Lisa's been here from the start with Lindy and Mandy in terms of growing it, and so I felt like she was the most appropriate person to do this interview with. And I think it's also a testimony that. So Lindy used to say, "There is nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come." And I feel like the idea behind Kellen Foundation and what the mission is, its time has come. It's been kind of we were talking about it for a long time. And I think that the time has come to collectively really focus on how do we use resiliency frameworks to fill gaps and to help people exactly where they are, recognizing that it's not just behavioral health needs, but it starts beyond that. It starts from, a multi-generational approach of really getting back to the roots of how we best support families. And it's exciting to think about the synergy that's been happening. And like you said, Steve, I think it's really kind of surfaced, like it's been more visible the last couple of years, but the seeds have been sown for years before that. And so I'm excited about the idea whose time has come, and the work that's been put into kind of really cultivating the soil to see the growth and the impact, and how we can weave partners from across Guilford County together into that effort to make a bigger impact together. And so you got me.
Amazing. On behalf of everyone at the board, all the clients we serve, all of our staff, this means so much, and we appreciate the honor and recognition, especially given so many wonderful nonprofits in the community. So thank you so much.
Thank you all for tuning in to our first ever virtual Heart of the Community Awards. We are thrilled about all the nominees, all the recognition that we were able to do this evening, and all the nonprofits that were celebrated. And you might be wondering, why were we at Furnitureland South and wearing gala attire? We are teasing for 2021, where we're going to be together and we're going to have a nice gala.
Special thanks to our sponsors for the evening. Our pre-show sponsor, Novant Health. Our music sponsor, Lincoln Financial Group. Our Lifetime of Service Award sponsor, the Stanley and Phyllis Shavitz Family Fund. Our Guilford Nonprofit Consortium Nonprofit of the Year sponsor, DMJ. Our scratch-off sponsors for the evening, Broadcast to Go and the Inspire Agency. Our vendor table sponsors, Griswold Home Care, American National Bank, CT Wilson Construction, Bill Black Auto, and Right Fit Storage.
And to our event committee, production team, and Furnitureland South. Here's a final music selection to close us out for the evening, a J. Timber original, Love Revolution. Have a good evening.
stop this killing. 'Cause it's about time we started healing. Can we please stop this killing? 'Cause it's about time we started healing. Got my finger on the solution. It's about time for a resolution. Got my finger on the solution. It's about time for a love revolution. Love revolution. Love revolution. Yeah. Love revolution. Can't you see our blood's the same? Come on now. The only difference is our name. Can't you see our blood's the same? The only difference is our name. Finger on the solution. It's about time for a resolution. I got my finger on the solution. It's about time for a love revolution. Love revolution. Love revolution. Love always in all ways. 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 Got my finger on the solution. It's about time for a resolution. I got my finger on the solution. It's about time for a love revolution. Love revolution. Love revolution. Love revolution. Love revolution. Yeah. Love revolution. Just keep me where the love is. Come on now. revolution. Love revolution.